Hey kids, it's been a while. I don't get on the internet as much as I used to, and started losing my passion for it when I started losing my passion for the indie press. And then I started losing my passion for poetry and writing, and it's diminished. It's diminished. I replaced it with a job, and maybe that was my mistake, but we'll see. I just felt the need for change. And change is good for us. Radical acceptance, all that jazz, and finding your peace. But lately, and yeah, I know, I'm not doing the bathroom rants anymore. I'm fucking pacing around my face, never synergy. But like lately, something's been hitting me. It's not quite depression, and it's definitely not a midlife crisis. For the past few years, yeah, I was depressed, like through an extinction event, and I radically accepted that. I'm okay with that. Wow, my closet door's broken. Tidy up here. And I shaved my head recently. It's more light. Anyway, so yeah, I've been going through a lot of things emotionally. I've gone through these major reconciliations with my father for the past few years, and reconciling myself, how I'm becoming the person I've always wanted to be, or have always been. It's called individuation, where start picking after grieving for your trauma. And you start, picking up the parts that used to be there or that have always been there, and now they're illuminated after you do your shadow work or during your shadow work, whatever the fuck. Anyway, where am I going with this? I had a passion for publishing. I had a passion for writing. I also had a passion for working in the cannabis industry. And I used that job, I think, as a crux for a while, because I was working 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours a week. I'd have these 130-hour fucking checks. And I got to a point. I got to a place that I liked, a position that I really always wanted. But I wanted that position 6 years ago. I landed that position, and okay, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care who watches this. I ran into a narc cunt. That's a female narcissist, a narc cunt. And you call them a cunt because they're from one of the upper classes. Because most people from the upper classes are fucking cunts. Be it man, woman, whatever the fuck they want to be. And so I dealt with this narc cunt who didn't want to train me. And I started triggering some PTSD shit in me. Not anything terrible, just, some mental blocks. I'm like, all right. That happened, started therapy sessions again so I could contend. And, that's all right. But this job couldn't get me the tools I needed, for 3 weeks. And now, they got things I need. And then they're like, hey, you've seen all these people, you've seen this guy show you things, for 2 weeks you can start doing things. Why would you think you can't do certain things? It's like, well, motherfuckers, no one gave me the green light on everything. Of course, maybe I've been scapegoated most of my life, but I'm on point. I don't know what I can or can't do anymore. And I'm starting to think, I've done the corporate life and shit. I've done some management stuff, and you know what? I don't fucking like it. I don't have a passion for the cannabis industry anymore. I have a passion for the plant. I like it, I utilize it, but I don't have a passion for the work I do anymore. So I'm probably going to search for something else. And, I was talking to my therapist today because, there's just shit going on. My dad's going for his final cancer screening tomorrow, but it doesn't look good. It does not fucking look good. I know there's something wrong with me, but I refuse to go to a doctor, and I just want to die quietly at some point. And let it be a surprise. Surprise, everyone, I'm fucking dead. I was riddled. I had fucking 7 tumors inside of me the size of grapefruit. And this is an unhinged rant, but it's fucking not. I guess I'm relaying things. I know there are people out there that are just extremely fucked, and I'm showing that you're not alone, and it's okay. Because I found this woman, and I found her on a hookup site, and She was great, like aesthetically, the type of woman I'm like attracted to. And she wound up having this great personality. And I know this sounds fucking lame. The first night I met her, God, like she sent me home with water. I would stay hydrated on my drive home, and she bought pizza and shit for me that night because all these, everything was closed because we spent so much time talking, and we never once consummated our relationship. And we talked for a month before meeting. I almost dated almost made it a month, and then she introduced me as her boyfriend about a week ago. I was like, oh, that's really sweet. I was wondering if we were what the fuck we were. So this Saturday, I met my poetry meeting. I met all her friends wherever, and she was supposed to meet my friends. And then I'm not going to get into what she said or the details because I don't know how much of it was true. But, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. But then she ghosted me. And that speaks volumes. And, I tried to reach out. And, I'm not upset at her. Yeah, it hurt my fucking feelings because I really liked her. And I thought it was kind of real there for a minute. And because, we were going to create art together. And I don't invite a lot of people to create art with me because it's the highest level of intimacy. It's to me, that's better than sex if you're creating art with someone, Yeah. So anyway, she ghosted me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I was a little devastated for about a day, and then I learned to let it go. I reached out. I tried all these avenues of communication, and I reached out. I just fucking reached out, and told her I wasn't angry, and understood where she was coming from, I think. And the thing with avoidant people is, I think this is what I want to do. I want to talk about avoidant people. Oh my God, I am going on a 10-minute fucking rant, but the thing about avoidance is they have a complex PTSD. I have a complex PTSD. It's, I think, why I get anxious attached, and I'm trying to avoid attached people, and I'm working on this, and I see the good in people, and I saw the good in her. And the thing with avoidant people, because I understand flight or flight, is, but I'm used to fighting, is you build yourself a little, like a hedgehog, you build your little fortress. Once you start feeling things, even though if they feel right, you get a sense of anxiety. I've had that, but I've never been allowed to flight. Every time I try to do the flights, I was like, no, you're going to work this fucking job you don't like. They won't even fire you. They'll make you fucking work the job you don't like. And, yeah. So, yeah, I know what that's like. Only it's excessive resilience. And I'm breaking down. I think this is what it's about. It's about breaking down. And it's okay to admit you're weak. It's okay to, take two shitty jobs and leave a good paying job behind just for peace of mind. It's okay to do art again for fun. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's okay we're in the last days of our species. I'm just going to fucking take it easy. I'm done. I'm done fighting. Hell, I can even go celibate at this point. I just don't care anymore. I'm indifferent, but for me, that indifference is leading from a place of an all-pervading universal love. And I can love, and I can love humanity and despise certain aspects of it. And I'm okay, but I'm still having a breakdown. That doesn't change it. I'm having a breakdown, and I need to radically change my life. Bye.